Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. I am Melly, and it's an Imbody Tarot. And in today's good card reading, we're going to figure out what is your ego trying to tell you. According to Google, the ego is the component of personality responsible for managing your emotions, facilitating rational decisions, and acting as a mediator between basic instincts and your moral constraints. Basically, it's a part of your personality that helps you stay grounded and make wise decisions and manage your emotions. Okay? So clearly, your ego is important to you, and then today we're going to deep dive into it. So maybe you are in a certain phase of your life where you're confident, or you're in a transitional period, or you're confused, and you're just like, what is it that I need to know? Let your ego guide you. Okay? So, in order for you to get the message that resonates most with you, I did provide 4 crystals and 4 piles for you to choose from. Each pile resonates with a particular message or an energy. In some cases, you could be drawn to more than one pile, and that is perfectly fine. All that means is that your spirit team, higher self, or ego resonates with multiple messages, and it will be in your best interest to watch those messages. Pile 1 resonates with the rose quartz. Pile 2 resonates with the Lepidolite. Pile 3 resonates with the Celestine. Pile 4 resonates with this Malachite. Once you have selected the pile or crystal that resonates most with you, timestamps will be in the pin, comment, or the description box for you to get access to your reading. Are you ready? Let's get it. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. And in today's good card reading, we are going to figure out what is your ego trying to tell you. Okay. I did see you chose the rose quartz. So if your energy resonates with this rose quartz energy, I honestly believe that your ego is trying to tell you that you need to make time for self-care. There's something going on where you're overcompensating when it comes to love or relationships, or maybe you're trying to put yourself out there when it comes to dating or trusting a person within your family, friends, work dynamic, but there's a lack of trust there. So I think that your ego is saying, like, process how you will feel in their environment. Make sure that you're prioritizing yourself first, but also actively work on trust. Your major theme here is trust, attachment, and detachment, okay? So let's see what the tarot card says when it comes to this energy. So pile 1 wants to know, what is their ego trying to tell them with this connection? You're dealing with fears. You're dealing with the fear of the unknown. And this fear of the unknown is really affecting your ego and how you process things. For the most part, you're not sure how to approach something or how to deal with something. In one breath, you want to stay behind the scenes and work through those emotions. And you're probably, not saying driving yourself crazy, but you're probably going through this cycle of emotions on trying to split justice, trying to see what your options are. And you're trying your best not to repeat the cycle, and you're trying your best not to repeat the past. You're trying your best not to repeat lessons from what you have learned before. However, you're still getting this nudge to go. When we see the moon card, it's energy of like imagination, but it's also energy of like trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. Even if the situation you can't be for sure certain with it, it's okay for you to just take one step into the darkness. Welcome in the unknown. Not everything is going to give you all the information that's needed for you to make important decisions. So at times you have to rely on your emotions and trust that emotionally, where you're at right now, you would improve and get the best results moving forward. Right? Your ego is trying to tell you that you have to just trust yourself in the situation. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're actually on the right side of whatever decision you have to make, whether you're choosing to be with a person, separate from a person, whether you're choosing to get a new job, wherever you at emotionally, your ego is saying, trust yourself. The rose quartz energy is all about unconditional love. You have to mother yourself. The moon card energy is like Cancerian energy. It's also energy of mothering. A baby doesn't really have the natural instinct to take care of themselves. They wouldn't know how to sleep, poop, and rest. So maybe to take a time out for you to be mindful of your gut, whether you're actively intaking certain foods and it's making you sick, or you're being around certain people it's making you sick, or you're going to certain places and you're feeling sick and nauseous. So watch how your body physically reacts to people, places, and things, ideas. It could also be the energy of, is this energy, is this person, is this decision building me up to where I need to be? Right? When you eat, you have a choice to eat from pleasure, or you have a choice to eat when it comes to maintenance. You have a goal, right? Are you consuming for fun, or are you using food as a tool to achieve goals? So are you using this energy? Is it going to take away from you, or is it going to add on, or are you just maintaining? And then the unconditional, okay, sorry. So we said eat, sleep, and poop. The last energy is rest. Sometimes you don't have to make a decision immediately. It's okay to take a step back and calm your mind and literally do nothing. So your ego is saying, like, you have this big decision, but you have to prioritize yourself. You have to ask yourself these questions. Is it making me better? Is it taking away from me? Do I need to just relax and do nothing? Or do I need to be mindful of my intuition, my gut? You are not trusting yourself enough, and that's why you're here right now, wondering, contemplating. When we see the Strength card, it's the energy of ego, it's energy of showmanship, it's energy of creativity. It's the 5th house energy. It's Leo energy. Leo is ruled by the sun, center of attention. You have to really center your thoughts, ideas, and people around you. People are in your life as a reflection of who you are in your current state right now. So if you want to be around people who feels like they can make $1 million a day, be around those people. If you want to be around people who have a scarcity mindset of saying, I can't afford that trip, then be around those people. Your ego is saying it's time for you to elevate your social circle to where you don't feel like things are unattainable. You deserve beautiful things. You deserve nice things. You have challenges that you don't have to worry about overcoming, or will it like drag you down. You could look a problem in the eye and know that you're going to be good no matter what. Right? Your ego is saying you're not doing enough. As a matter of fact, you are not talking enough greatness when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your life, when it comes to your business. You are not centering yourself enough. And as a result, you're feeling confused, lost, because you need to initiate the energy of I deserve, I have. Not I want, I will. No. Where are you at currently will determine where you're going. Stop looking back. Stop trying to dream about the things that you want. Focus on what's happening to you right now. And what's happening to you right now is that you need to trust yourself when it comes to love and how your body naturally reacts. Okay, let's see. What else is the ego trying to tell Pile 1? The Temperance card, moderation. Okay, moderation and balance when it comes to your emotions and thoughts. And when it comes to also knowledge, where are you getting your information from? Will it be smart for you to go to a neurologist if you're having issues with your toes? It doesn't make sense, right? Will it be smart for you to go to an OBGYN if you're having issues with your eye? The specialty does not align. So you need to go to places where you are being fulfilled. You feel like you're naturally earning, you're naturally getting things, and you're naturally having an energy of give and take. So if you're wondering whether or not things are going to be okay with you and your partner, you have to truly ask yourself, am I getting enough within this connection as if I'm putting out? Do I need to take a step back, or do I need to apply more pressure? Do I need to apply myself more in a relationship? If you're wondering if your job is at risk, you have to ask yourself, Does your file reflect enough for you feel safe? If you're having questions about moving, relocating, do you have enough in your bank account for you to survive and not rely on people? It's all about where do you feel safe at, and then how can you build on that foundation of stability? What else is the ego trying to tell? You have something new coming in. You've been manifesting something, and you're probably wondering if it's going to happen for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes. The environment is not ready yet for you to receive, but it doesn't mean that you are not going to have it. It doesn't mean that behind closed doors it's not being built on. Your name is being brought up in rooms that you cannot be thought of right now. But if you are continuously showing up and preparing yourself, you would never have to get ready because you're there. It's giving you're that person, you're that girl, you're that boy. It's giving you're the prized possession type of energy. What else, Spirit? What is the ego trying to tell you? Protect your reputation at all costs. Protect your energy at all costs. Be mindful of your own role that you play with you not winning and showing up and being successful. Be mindful of you being the biggest adversary when it comes to the things that you want. Be mindful that you don't have to fight the fight in the same manner. Just because you won doing something, it doesn't mean that you have to continue that cycle. Know when it's time to walk away. Don't be trapped between a rock and a hard place. And then be mindful of what you think. I feel like you're so big on like your thoughts right now that you're lacking action. And Spirit is saying, just do it. Do it when you're happy, do it when you're sad, do it when you're ready, do it when you're mad. Don't let the fear of failing, don't let the fear of the past, don't let the fear of things not working out the way how you want to really affect how you show up for yourself. This energy is all about you overcoming. It's you having this energy that know you're going to survive and getting out of the survival state. Get in a state where you are filled with maintenance, love, admiration. You're increasing your energy. You have to really believe that you are the sugar, honey, iced tea, and things will always get better for you. Things are always working in your favor. The money that you're trying to manifest is manifesting you. The love that you're trying to manifest is manifesting you. The things that you want, the things that you're manifesting, it's on its way to you. But it's waiting for you to provide the environment where you're ready. If you're not going to provide that nurturing energy, you're not going to see it. If you're not going to provide that safe energy, you're not going to see it. If you're not going to provide the energy of you being resourceful and you're ready, you're unapologetically ready, you're unapologetically you, then you're not going to receive it. I hope that makes sense for you. And if you got this far in your reading, definitely let me know. Let me know what their story is. Let me know what pile you chose. Or just let me know if it resonated or not. That's all that I have for you, pile number 1. I hope I was able to give you clarity, guys, confirmation. That's my goal here. And until next time, remember who loves you. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. And in today's quick card reading, we are going to figure out what your ego is trying to tell you, okay? So there is something going on in your life particularly, and I'm guessing you want to know how to navigate it. With you choosing the Lepidolite crystal, I think that your spirit wants to remind you that you have a lineage that's regal and royal. And I feel like you kind of lost path when it comes to who you are at your core. And you could be going through this transitional period where you're trying to find your community, or you're trying to find who's your family, or you're just trying to identify like who you are, right? And your ego is saying that, remember where you came from. Your history and culture is rich. And even if things are changing and you feel like you're not moving forward, take a step back and look how far you came from. You really overcame a lot. And if you were supposed to compare yourself rightfully to members in your family, you are like the top person, even within your community. But because you may be comparing yourself to people outside of your natural environment, you feel like you're not able to progress or you're not moving forward how you're supposed to. And your ego is reminding you that you are one-on-one. Like, are you kidding me? Your ego is reminding you that confidence is what you need right now. Your ego is trying to remind you that anything that was sent your way destroyed you. As a matter of fact, everything that came your way was a stepping stone for you where you're at right now. And I get it. You may be drained. You may feel like you're overwhelmed. But the situation is that you have to give yourself the props that is needed right now. Don't quit right now. Please do not. You can't afford to quit. You can't afford to give up. You cannot. You cannot. You may not feel comfortable within your skin or where you're at right now, but those are minute situation. It's just like when you're growing up, when you're a teenager or you're a young adult in your 20s, you know, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm fat, right? And now you done gained 20, 15, 10 pounds, and you're like, damn, I was skinny back then. What was I thinking? That's what your mindset is at right now. And Spirit is telling you to go back to the past, reflect and look, because you've came a long way. Let's call a spade a spade. You've overcame a lot. You're royalty. So let's see. Higher self, spirit guide, the ego. What are you trying to tell pile number 2 when it comes to their energy that they need to know right now? Have fun. Play. It goes back to the roots. The Page of Pentacles is the youngest energy when it comes to the family or the court cards, when it comes to tarot. You have to have fun. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're stuck at, the reason why it doesn't feel desirable or you're not having pleasure or you're not feeling good about it is because you're not having fun with it. And what's life if you're not having fun? You may feel like you're stuck in this mode of like survival, or you're suffering, or it's just like you're trying to get your head above water, or you're dealing with confusion. And the goal here is for you to not worry about the things that's holding you back or worry about the things you have to dedicate yourself to, but to just like have fun, you know? If people come to disturb your peace or they're acting different or people are just like making you upset, let them do what they want. It's not your responsibility to make yourself convenient for others. It's not your responsibility to supply things others need. It's not your responsibility to show up for others. It is your responsibility to do or give yourself the justice you need so you can show up every day for yourself. Now, am I saying become a loner and not, you know, putting out and giving a communal type of energy? I'm not saying that. A child needs a village. You do need a village. But how does your village look like? Does your village look like a bunch of predators? Do your village look like a bunch of preys? Do your village look like it's balanced? Just because you have a relationship or connection with a person doesn't mean that you continuously overextend. It doesn't mean that you take things you cannot manage. It doesn't mean that you make yourself come second. A child is selfish unapologetically because they don't have enough experience for them to know, for example, like how to share or how to be a community. Only thing they know is I, me. And their environment reflects how they energetically react to situation. If you're an only child, maybe you don't have enough experience or your environment doesn't prioritize you sharing. If you're a family where there's like 10 kids, then maybe sharing is very important. You know? So the ego is telling you to have fun, be more of an individual, and remind yourself that your environment right now doesn't define who you are, but you could look back, be in reflective mode, but don't get stuck in it. You have a legacy that you are living by, but you also have a legacy that you're about to create. So how are you going to use this legacy to benefit you right now in the moment? What else do you want to tell pile 2? What is the ego trying to tell you? The Lover's card. That's communal energy, communication. So maybe some of y'all want, need, or expect communication is coming in towards you, but also it's opportunities and choices. The Lover's card is you outgrowing outdated beliefs. Goes back to your legacy and your roots. It's also you realizing that you could take information and make decisions. It's also about communication. It's also about duality. And it's also an energy of togetherness. And it's interesting that we're preaching about, well, I'm preaching about community. And we have this motto. Can you see it? It says, out of many, one people. So you could identify with your neighbor. You could identify with your mom. You could identify with your coworker. You guys could have differences. You guys could have things that bring you closer. But at the end of the day, remember where you come from. Don't lose or disrespect yourself trying to appease other people, trying to win other people, or try to fit in. Because at the end of the day, we're all going through this human experience. It's just being displayed or experienced differently based on the environment, based on your roots, based on where you came from, your origins. What else should pile 2 know? Ace of Cups. Some of y'all are manifesting love. Some of y'all are manifesting kids. Some of y'all could be creating a family, or maybe you have a fear. Maybe you're sad. Maybe you're concerned when it comes to will you ever have kids, or are you doing a great job with your kids? There's this energy of, the household that's there. So let me ask, Spirit, what is the advice for you when it comes to this household energy? The Temperance card negotiates. Be willing to receive. Be willing to put out certain energies. Be willing to make sure that you're not pouring from an empty cup. Be willing to understand that you deserve somebody that matches your energy. You shouldn't always have to carry the burden alone by yourself. You deserve to have a partner or a life, a home where you feel equal. You're not walking behind your partner. Your partner is not running far away from you. You guys can walk side by side, or you guys are walking at a pace where it's comfortable for both of y'all. When you're slacking, your partner pick up your slack. When they're slacking, you pick up their slack. And you guys are matching each other's energy when it comes to things moving forward. If that doesn't make sense to you, then you have to reflect and ask yourself, what am I lacking within this connection, whether it's with a family member, a mom, dad, in-laws, or with your partner directly? Or if you have kids, what are you lacking? Or if you're trying to manifest kids so you can feel love. Children is the biggest responsibility. And this Page of Pentacles is responsibility that you've been carrying the load. And your ego is saying, you need to enjoy life and celebrate life. Either with people who you care about or by yourself. Any final message for Pile 2 Spirit on how they should navigate this energy? You got a bunch. Do we take them or do we let them go? Let's take them. The Queen of Wands, confidence. You have a star power. You have a twinkle. You have a light that you radiate for the most part. The Queen of Pentacles, you are able to be self-sufficient, but how far does self-sufficient take you? You want a community, but you feel like you have to do everything your own. Give people the joy of helping you. And then we have the Ace of Swords. You're trying something new, or you're about to experience something new that requires reliability, confidence, success, and reassurance. So who is that's in your life that you should give opportunity to make you feel comfortable with your new endeavor. Because the Page of Pentacles is action towards something new. The Ace of Cups is self-care or a new phase in love. The Ace of Swords is epiphany, a new thought, a new perspective. The Ace of Pentacles is the physical form of something that you want appearing. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing or operating from a point of reliability and stability, logics. The Queen of Wands operates from an energy of confidence, being natural and passionate, having charisma. The Lover's card is all about duality and choices. The Temperance is all about moderation and balance. So your ego is trying to make sure that you are operating from a space where you feel fulfilled. Even if things are new for you, even if you feel like you're underprepared, if you process this through structure, having decent logistics, having confidence, and then making sure that you network, you're going to be okay. So that's all that I have for you, pile number 2. I hope I was able to give you clarity, guys, and confirmation. Until next time, remember who loves you. Bye. By the way, before I leave, let me know if this resonates. Drop some purple heart in the comment section, or say pile 2, or just let me know what the story is. I actually respond to all the comments in my comment section. So interact with me. And of course, like and share with a person who may need to hear this message. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. And in today's week card reading, we are going to figure out what is your ego trying to tell you. I don't know where you're at with a particular place in your life, what you're thinking about, but whatever you're thinking or whatever initial thoughts or feeling that came to mind, this is what your ego is trying to tell you about the situation right now. So if you chose the Celestite, or if your energy resonates with the Celestite, then I will say that I don't know if you just experienced a loss when it comes to like a family member or a friend, but I feel like you are being drawn closer to spirituality. You could be clairaudient, or somebody entering from the other side is trying to connect with you. So what that could look like is that if you probably experienced like a rainbow baby, it could be energy of you just lost like a family friend to like death, or you're dealing with like a sickness, or you're dealing with an energy of just overall loss and missing out. Your ego is trying to tell you right now that all is not lost. Become more quiet. Pay attention to your thoughts, the patterns, the rhythm of things. Go outside in nature, meditate, be grounded, because right now there is so much happening in your life and you're dealing with how to pivot and get back to where you were, on track of things, on top of things. But because you're hyper fixated, or because you've been dealing with not having, coming from a place of lack, you don't really feel like you could, have a moment of relaxation. Your ego is trying to tell you to relax. Simply just relax and calm your butt down. But also being a reminder that be gentle with yourself, care about yourself, because if you're consistently being tense, or you're consistently being in a predicament where you're being traumatized, then things are not going to work out the way that you want it to, because you are dealing with an overactive mind, an overactive spirit. And when that happens, that's when like disease happens. That's when you really start grieving. Be mindful of the negative emotion that you're holding dear and close to you. Be mindful of control. Be mindful of the things that you consume, not like physical food, but like what type of music you consume, the type of books that you're reading, entertainment that you're enjoying, the social media platform that you're always exposing yourself to. Be mindful of that, and be mindful of isolation. People want to reach out to you, whether it's in the spiritual realm, whether it's God, universe, your ancestors. whether it's somebody that passed or whether it's somebody physically. People want to reach out to you and help you, but maybe you feel like because you don't want to burden somebody else, you don't let people help you. Or maybe you just feel safer in this energy of isolation. I will say, if you're going to isolate yourself on a tropical island, on a vacation, because I feel like you just need to separate yourself from your environment, because right now you're not in the best state and your ego is just telling you to wake up. Like if your ego will shake you up, they will shake you up. You're dealing with the energy of like loss, right? You're dealing with the energy of ending. You're dealing with the energy of transitioning. But you don't have to stay in that energy forever. And it's so crazy that I'm looking at this deck right now and we have the death card. And even though we're speaking about loss right now, it doesn't really signify death, like how we're seeing it, how we're viewing it, what we know death is. It really signifies things naturally happening, things naturally playing out. It does signify a loss, you know, but don't be scared that we're seeing death right now. It just represents transformation. And then we have the Page of Swords. Maybe you do want to get your legal affairs in order. I just feel like something is watching you. Someone is watching you where you thought they don't have access to watch you or observe you. So this could be, hypothetically speaking, if we're not talking about like somebody passing, you know, or your higher self or like spirituality, this could be like a friend, a partner, or like a job looking at your social media and you don't think they have access to it. It feels like spying. It feels like just you being unaware of the attention that's being drawn to you. But let's see what the tarot says. So what is the energy? What should pile 3 know about their ego? What is their ego trying to tell them? The 6 of Wands. You're going to celebrate soon. You're going to have this story of how you turned the tides, how you made something work for you. You're going to get unexpected, unannounced attention, lots of attention. Are you prepared for it? Is it something that you want? Are you working on something that requires you to have public attention? Because I see public attention coming your way, but I see it working in your favor. I see it being successful. I feel like it's going to be happy. I feel like you're going to have this energy of like companionship and closeness with unexpected energy. So it could be you may find a new love for plants. You may find a new love and closeness when it comes to animals or through music. I just see the way how you communicate will be different. But it's because you're going to be dealing with, not saying exposed in a bad way, but exposure of some sort. What else is the ego trying to tell pile 3? Once again, energy of endings, energy of stillness. So 10 of Swords represents a painful ending of some sort. Maybe you feel like you were betrayed or backstabbed in a situation. Maybe you feel like you are extremely tense with what's going on. You feel like you have to battle no matter what. Your ego is telling you to think clearly. Look at things from a different perspective. But don't sacrifice what you're going through. There's no need for you to sacrifice anymore. And it's interesting. This is the 3rd reading that we're doing. The 3rd time we got the Temperance card that pop up. Be very slow to things, okay? And don't react as quickly as you may like. We also have the 6 of Pentacles, which is like shared resources, and the King of Cups. So your energy, I don't want to say reeks, but it's showing up as like making sure you're stoic with what you want and need. Because a king, they don't act on feelings. They act on, for the most part, facts, you know, using your masculine energy to get what you want. You've been through the emotional aspect of it, and now it's time for you to get up and look at things from a energy of controlled emotion and controlled thoughts. Because when you have people coming towards you and they probably want and they're trying to be taken, you have to separate your identity from theirs, how you will act and how they're acting. It's not your responsibility to make people feel comfortable or make people feel the way how they want you to make them feel. It is not your responsibility. There needs an energy of balance. The 6 of Pentacles is also energy of like power. So you're stepping into an energy of power of some sort coming towards you. This is interesting. What else should you know when it comes to your ego? Pile 3. The death card came up again. What is this energy of death? The Hermit card, isolation, introspection. Are you telling them to entertain hermit mode or to get out of hermit mode? You have to master something. You have to take time to get better at a task. You are going to be known for something, but I feel like either you're not comfortable with where it's at right now within a development stage of it, and I don't know if you're ready to quit, you're ready to stop, you're ready to end things. But the death card energy is of Mars and Pluto. Mars is motivation. Mars is like aggression. Pluto is long distant transformation. So the transformation you desire to have for you to have winnings and mastering something is within you, but it takes time. It's not an overnight immediate success. And the reason why things feel delayed for you right now is because you have to learn how to defend your crafts. It could be like, let's just say you're going to come out with a book. You have to make sure that your intellectual property is protected. Let's say you are coming out with a design. Is it patented? Are you making sure that what you have coming towards you that's going to bring you success is protected no matter what? Because how would you react if you lost access to it? So it seems like you're dealing with loss from different perspectives, whether it's a loss of a person, a loss of an opportunity, but your ego is saying make sure you protect it. What else? What else? The 10 of Cups. That's the energy of community. But it's also an energy of like, keep your grass low so you can see the snakes before they attack. That's it. Your ego says keep the grass low so you know the energy before they attack. I'm going to leave this here. Let me know if it makes sense for you in this situation. And I hope to see you give me a comment, drop some blue hearts, or say pile 3. If you made it this far, it clearly resonates. So let me know. But that's all that I have for you, pile number 3. Until next time, remember who loves you. Bye. Hello, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading. I am so excited for this reading. My energy and vibe change. Don't tell other pals, but it's just like, I feel like we see each other. I feel like it's time to celebrate and party. But nevertheless, in today's Spirit card reading, we are going to discuss what is your ego trying to tell you, okay? So if you resonate or chose the Malachite crystal, I low-key know for a fact that you have a big opportunity waiting for you, and it's just up to you to say yes. So what this looks like is either you saying yes to that home of yours, the dream home. What this could look like is you finally making the move to get the job, say yes to the job. You saying yes to a relationship, whether it's like through marriage or proposal, or just saying, okay, this is my man, this is my girl, we can brag about. This saying yes, you're gonna attend this school. Nevertheless, your ego is telling you that it is time to say yes. It is time for you to acknowledge that you're about to get what you want. I low-key feel like that's your reading. So if you're expecting something or wanting something, or you're doubting something, let me know in the comment section, because I'm really intrigued of why you're holding back when everything is waiting for you. It's not even you're working hard for it. It's you more so being open to receive. Welcome in this energy. So let's see. There it goes, the Queen of Cups. Embracing things that is going to fulfill you emotionally. The Queen of Cups energy is the energy of if things goes wrong, people go to this person. If you are happy, you go to this person. It's like having the best friend that you could go to no matter what, that's not going to judge you. It's having that, like, that ideal sister, that ideal aunt. It's you going places where you feel fulfilled. You feel like things really was made and cut out for you. When we see the Queen of Cups energy, you have this intuitive feeling to do something, to create something, to develop something. And it's saying like you're receiving blessings, you're receiving this intuitive nudge, you're receiving these opportunities because you're more than ready for it. You just have to accept it. As a matter of fact, side note, the Malachite welcomes in changes. So if you get a Malachite crystal, it would help you to go through things that's gonna need transition. It's like it bridges the gap. It bridges it gives you the missing link. It's a gentle reminder that you're going to have changes in your life, but it is okay. You're going to be fine, and it's here to help you. So changes are coming your way that you've manifested, but you're going to be supportive through this process. If you're interested in a Malachite crystal, I do have it on my website, okay? But nevertheless, let's get back to your reading. Money coming your way also, so don't worry about money. What else is the ego trying to tell pile 4? We have the Two of Wands. You require a change. You require movement. I see you reflecting, and that is a-okay. Spirit knows that you're headed in the right direction, you know, but I feel like what's guiding you is your intuition. It's like you're paving your own way. So the Two of Wands energy, if you look at this card, look at the bottom. There is a path that's there, but it's not completely illuminated. But then you have this compass that you have access to. So I feel like you're going to have to create your own lane in this situation. And granted, things may not happen exactly how you want it, but I feel like you see your life coming together. If you haven't created a vision board yet, then you may want to consider doing that for the most part, because I feel like visualization works in your favor. Okay, I want to know what you're manifesting. What else is the ego telling you right now? Pile 10 of Cups. Your family and home life is coming together. I really feel like many of y'all in this group is working on a family or working on a home, and it's happening. I could literally see I don't want to say cottage, but it's just like, it's reminding me of Little House on the Prairie. I think that's the name of it. Or like Golden Girls, you know, or Girlfriends, Sex in the City. I just see you just having that reality of togetherness, and you having like your dream home. You having hospitality for the most part. What else are you trying to tell them, ego? You have the 8 of Cups. You have to relocate and move somewhere. Something is coming to you that is, you're having an epiphany moment, but it requires you for you to emotionally distance yourself from things that's not serving you, or it's also requiring you to trust your gut. 8 energy is the energy of like cycles, you know. For me, it's heavenly cycles, infinite cycles for the most part. Cups are emotions. So you've been through this cycle already emotionally, and there's something happening with you where you think you feel like you moved on, but it's just like you have to keep going forward. Whether you're leaving someone or something behind, or you are going through this energy of you're stepping out of the unknown. Nevertheless, I feel like what's happening to you, what your ego is, you know, trying to show you is that things are heightened and amplified in your life because you've been manifesting, you've been dreaming, you've been having this natural urge to do it, but you don't trust yourself enough. So Spirit is saying like, we're to give you the tools. Let's go. It's like when your last child like finally left the house. Okay, you left the nest. Have fun, little birdie. You know, you're a little rock star. So your ego is saying literally just say yes. Say yes. Go experience things. Go have fun. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is when Spirit is telling us, like, this is where you're subconsciously lacking something. So we have the Eight of Cups and we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords energy is sabotage. So are you sabotaging the situation because you don't feel like you don't have enough tools or you're underprepared emotionally? Because if that's the case, your community got your back. And if that's the case, Spirit is trying to move you in a better place where you could thrive. So the audacity of you to be fixated on things not working out for you, or being in a negative mindset or a negative emotion, you are not giving yourself the opportunity to thrive in environments where you should be thriving in. So who are you going to show up like, and what do you want to show up like? It's up to you to identify that. And this transitional period, it's not going to be like crazy like probably the last time, or it's not going to be as crazy of how you like thought about it. It's not an exorcism. It's actually more gentle than that. Why is this energy popping up for the ego? What is going on with you? 888 can resonate with you for the most part. Like I said, 8 is the energy of like, it's for me, it's manifestation. It's getting back to work. It's mastering. It's you feeling stable. Stop worrying about money. Money will not be your issue. So if money is your only issue that's preventing you from saying yes, then what else would you be doing in the meantime until you receive the money? Maybe you're trying to manifest money. Remove all the money blocks out of your life. There's no reason for you to be fixated on you not having enough physical things. Worry about the skills that you have right now. Magnify and monetize your skills. 888 could be a signal for you. You could also be a Leo. You could be a Virgo with the number 8. Something may happen for you within 8 months of you watching this video, you know, or this may be the 8th time you're going through this cycle. But nevertheless, there's an energy for you when it comes to the number 8. Okay. What else are we experiencing this energy, Spirit? The King of Wands. Confidence. Man, you could sell water to a fish. You can sell sand to a desert. So why are you not utilizing your skills? Why are you not showing up how you're supposed to? Let me just ask that. Why are you not showing up how you're supposed to? What's creating these blockages? And also, what is a blockage in your life? What is this? The 5 of Cups. You're scared of losing what you already have. So instead of you feeling like you're going to be prepared to receive more, you have a scarcity mindset. And Spirit is saying not to have a scarcity mindset. And the easiest way for you not to have a scarcity mindset is by saying yes. Welcome in things. If you remove this scarcity, I can't even speak. If you remove this scarcity mindset, what's to come for you? What's to come for them based on their ego's advice? New beginnings. I'm going to leave it here. New beginnings and divine cycles, things happening your way, you being the luckiest person. So it's up to you. It's up to you, pal, for with what you want. You're transitioning. Yes, we acknowledge that. But at the same time, you have great things coming towards you beyond your imagination. So why are you going to have a lack mentality when you're around abundance? It seems counterproductive. So tell me in the comment section, what is it that you're trying to manifest? What is it you're trying to lose? Drop some green hearts in the comment section just so I know that you got to the end of your reading. But interact with me. I love to see you guys comment. Or ask me the next video you want to see. You know? Let's create a community. You're a lacking community or you want a better community, I'm here to serve you. So that's all that I have for you, pile number 4. And until next time, remember who loves you. Bye.